Volubilis in Morocco was once a thriving Roman city, and also one of the most remote Roman cities in the entire empire. Today we visit the well-preserved ruins of Volubilis, and also pay a visit to one of Morocco's imperial cities. Morning, we're leaving Chefchaouen and travelling south to the Moroccan imperial city of Meknes before making our way to Fez. Just wait until you see where we're staying tonight. But first we need to bid a bittersweet farewell to the spectacular blue city of Chefchaouen. We have loved every single second we've spent in day. I'll provide a link to our video on Chefchaouen in the description below, but for now it's another perfect morning, so it's time to hit the road.
We've loved every minute of the stay we've had here in Chefchaouen.
After leaving Chefchaouen, we made our way down through the Rif mountain range, enjoying the scenic drive alongside picturesque forests and mountain streams. Before long, we left the mountains behind and found ourselves driving past fields of wheat and olive groves. In these fertile plains between the Rif Mountains to the north and the Middle Atlas Mountains to the south, the soil is rich and the farming is good. Just to the north of Meknes are the ruins of the ancient Roman city of Volubilis. As we approached the archaeological site, the ruined arches and pillars appeared as if out of nowhere in the midst of these lush green farmlands. They seemed so out of place 1,000 miles from Rome.
So the tour will take like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half.
Fertile plains near Meknes in northern Morocco. They built this remote centre for the Roman Empire. It's very fertile.
Morocco, called the Berber or Imazighen people, lived on this site from the 3rd century BC. In the year 40 AD, Morocco fell under the control of the Roman Empire during their westward expansion along the Mediterranean coastline, and Volubilis became a Roman city. It was one of Rome's most remote outposts. Volubilis was already a provincial capital before the Romans arrived, but it grew and prospered under Roman control. During the 200 plus years of Roman rule, the city more than tripled in size with 20,000 inhabitants. The city's prosperity was based around agriculture, particularly the production and export of olive. The city's inhabitants, who are mostly Romanized Berbers, built lavish homes and mansions adorned with rich mosaics, which are very well preserved and much more vibrant than I would have expected after 2,000 years. They also built impressive public structures, including temples, a basilica, and a grand triumphal arch that would befit any Roman city. The main street runs through the centre of the city, leading down to the arch. In Roman times, this wide street would have been paved, with footpaths, shops and bakeries lining each side. This was the commercial heart of the city. The arch itself is the city's most iconic landmark, constructed to honour Emperor Caracalla, who granted Roman citizenship to the town's residents. Originally, the arch was crowned with a bronze statue of a chariot drawn by 6 horses. The archaeological excavation and restoration of Volubilis began in 1915 during the French Protectorate and continues to this day, and in 1997 Volubilis was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Basilica is the main judicial and government administration building. It's more than 42 metres long and would have had 2 stories. Beside the basilica is the Forum, which is an open public area where markets would have been held. The Forum would have been lined with statues, but now only the pedestals remain. Behind the basilica stands a Corinthian temple, elevated high on a podium with an altar in the courtyard below its 13 steps. The temple was a significant gathering place for the Romans, where people came to offer thanks to the gods or to ask for their assistance. We passed by the most sacred city in Morocco, Moulay Idris. This hilltop city is the final resting place of Idris I, a direct descendant of the Prophet Muhammad and founder of modern Morocco. It didn't take long for the sight of KFC, Pizza Hut and McDonald's to signal that we'd left the countryside and arrived in Meknes. Inhabited since the 10th century, Meknes is one of Morocco's 4 imperial cities that have one time or other been the